Shalom, brothers and sisters. I want to touch today briefly on one of my pet peeves that set me off when it happens, and it does happen from time to time. Usually when I'm meeting other Christian leaders or Christians that have been around for a while, and there's questions asked regarding the Holy Spirit, and then they will start answering these questions or talking about the Holy Spirit as a thing or a force or a power, and it. And I get extremely angry because how dare you refer to God as a thing or an it, because then you don't truly understand that the Holy Spirit is God. The same way I've covered multiple times on this channel that Jesus is God, with proof from Old and New Testaments, and we've covered the Trinity as well. So I want to touch on this just briefly today so that there can be a better understanding of who the Holy Spirit is. The Holy Spirit is the third person of the Godhead, the Trinity. He is fully God, more than an influence or a force or a thing. He has the personhood and mind of God. The Holy Spirit performs a special duty to help us connect with God the Father and guides us in our lives. He is the comforter sent to us by the Son, who will teach us more about Jesus too. In Matthew 28 verse 19, as part of the Great Commission, Jesus says, "Therefore go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit." Equally, God. The Spirit is the third person of the Trinity because in the progress of revelation and understanding in our minds, He was the third to be revealed as an individual person. In Genesis 1 verse 2 though, you see the Spirit of God is hovering over the waters at creation. The Hebrew can also denote there, instead of hovering, the translation can be brooding over the waters of creation, which for me is such a beautiful description of the Holy Spirit, just brooding over the waters before creation begins. God, the Father, the first person, sent the Son, the second person. However, the Son said that when He left the world, He would send the third person, who was God, the Holy Spirit. John 14 verse 16 to 17 and 16 verse 12 to 15 goes into this. From Jesus' words, it is clear that the Holy Spirit is not an impersonal power of God, but God Himself, the third person not previously revealed or understood. The Spirit directs attention to the Son, John 16 verse 14, and the Son directs attention to the Father, John 14 verse 13. The Bible speaks of the Father as God. Philippians 1 verse 2 is an example. Jesus as God, Titus 2:13 is one example. And the Holy Spirit as God, Acts 5 verse 3 to 4 is one example. And there are multiple examples showing you that the Holy Spirit is God. So please, from my heart to you, I plead with you, do not refer to God as an impersonal force or power or thing you have control of. The Holy Spirit is God with us, the Comforter here, empowering us, teaching us, guiding us, being with us the whole time. We are never alone. We have never been left alone. This is a promise from God. God was with us. And then when He went up, He sent down God to be with us, indwell us, empower us, walk with us, even unto the end of the age. The Holy Spirit deserves that recognition in your life. Shalom.